I mean, unfortunately, results don't show it, but a big improvement. Tough break in the first moto. You know, we had about a lap and a half left, and you know, it's never over till it's over, obviously. But in my mind, you know, that was going to be our first moto win of the year, and unfortunately, it didn't work out. So, you know, all we could do is regroup, get ready for a second moto, and you know, 34th gate pick, I kind of didn't have a choice. So we went way outside and kind of had to go for it. And you know, like, I watched it again on TV, and if you watch it in slow-mo, you know, it looked like Zach and I don't know who it was. A couple guys got tangled up. So when we got towards the crest, instead of starting to make that right turn, you know, they locked bars or something and started to go straight, almost left. And I had so much momentum, and I was so committed to sweeping that, you know, by the time I saw him going straight, I couldn't do anything, and unfortunately went down. You know, the goal was never to put anyone in harm, and obviously not myself. So that was unfortunate, but you know, we got up and we came back to 12th and rode better. Made a lot of improvements this weekend, and you know, we got a weekend off, so I'll be able to let some of these cuts and scratches and stuff heal up. But all in all, I'm happy, man. It was a good day. Results don't speak it, but I'm happy.
It was pretty good. First moto, I didn't got the best start, and I started making good laps, so like overall, and then I caught up to Control, who was 11, but I didn't have enough time to make a pass, so I got 12 first moto. Second moto, I got a pretty good start. I was 9th, I think, but track was gnarly, like pretty hard back with deep ruts, so I couldn't find a flow. Ended up 14th. I think I'm 13th overall, so it was solid, something we can build up from and see a high point.
Tough day. Kind of came in with the same thumb injury as what I had last weekend at Glen Helen, but I crashed at Paul on Tuesday again and hurt it again, so that was not ideal. Kind of overcame that in the first moto. Had a decent moto. Got 5th and was, you know, feeling really pretty good for the second moto, but went into the first turn and popped my shoulder out and had a big crash. So yeah, it is what it is. It got 1 point, and yeah, not giving up yet.
We made a lot of progress. Finally getting the bike dialed in really good. We're making good progress, and I'm really happy with that. It's been a rough week this week. Just had a few I guess unfortunate things happen, but we're here and we got 2 top 10s. We had some decent starts and learned a lot. So I'm happy to keep making progress and really take advantage of this off week. And I think it's High Point is next, where I've never done that good there, but I really want to do good there, so I'll be ready for High Point.
It was decent. Again, I really haven't had a great race so far yet this year, but qualified 6th in the practice, which is decent. Just kind of didn't have the flow in the first moto. I had some good laps and had the speed to be up in the top 5, but I just I fell twice. Again, first moto's not my thing right now, so I gotta go home and fix those. But second moto got a decent start, probably around 7th or 8th, and made it way to 6th. And yeah, felt pretty good. We were a lot more consistent in the second moto, which was nice, and was right on the lead pack. So something to build off of, and I'm ready to go home to the East Coast and start racing some real tracks.
Today was a little slow for me. Qualified 11th. It was took me a while to get going in the first moto, but by the end it was pretty good. I felt pretty good and ended up 6th in the first moto, and then I got a kind of bad start and the second moto, and yeah, kind of took me a while to get going again, and Chase was right in front of me, so I had to get by him and get by a couple other dudes, and me and Austin duked it out until the finish. So I'm happy with the second moto. Rode good, and yeah, I'm on to High Point, and yeah, done with elevation now.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I enjoy this place a lot. I think it is a really good racetrack, and the guys of the team did an amazing job. We've been, you know, this is my first races on the KTM outdoors. I didn't race at all last year, so it's a learning process, and you know, working on the bike and getting it better. And yeah, it was really good today, and
like I said, I like this track a lot. I always enjoy racing here, and it's a beautiful place up here, so it's a good day.
Hey, how do you feel? Does it feel like you're taking a little time to get back into the swing of motos or not?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, last week at Glen Helen, I was feeling like I was riding good, and I was 5 seconds off the lap. So, you know, it's definitely, today was a step in the right direction, and getting those good starts and kind of, you know, just riding up there with the front guys, and you kind of find the pace and, you know, find the different lines that they're taking, and just try and learn from it. And yeah, I think I improved from Moto 1 to Moto 2 with my riding, and yeah, it was a good day.
It was pretty good. I qualified, I think, second today, which was the best I've qualified yet. First moto, I knew I had the speed. I rode really good here last year, and I was riding good all day, so I knew just needed to start really. And I've always had trouble starting in first gear here. It just always wants to wheelie straight out of the gate, and it doesn't matter how much I get over the front. It's hard for me to make that work. So the first moto start was horrible. I went into the turn. Everybody said I went in last, so I came back to 7th, which was good. I passed a lot of guys, and I rode really good. I was actually catching like the group of like 4th, 5th, and 6th. I was pretty close to them at the finish, and I was really far back at one point. So I rode good. Just that first moto start is kind of what screwed me, because second moto start was better, probably 8th, so not perfect, but I mean pretty good. So and I worked up into 3rd. I had battles with Smith and Plessinger, like pretty gnarly battles, and ended up getting 3rd. So that was good. Just, I mean, I got 4th overall, I think, but you know, should have been on the podium if it hadn't been for that first moto start. So just all me. But I'm not really used to starting in first, so kind of every year I kind of have trouble with that here, but yeah, whatever.
Good. Qualifying went real well. First moto went awesome, got the win. Got to a good start in that first moto. I think that's what did it. Yeah, the second moto, I've been dealing with sickness all week, so going into the second moto, I wasn't feeling good. I got a fever after the first moto and all that, so it was just survival from there on out. To me, I couldn't stay up there. I tried my best, but we ended up with, I think, 8th or 3rd overall. So take it for a first podium, but definitely sucks. I was a little under the weather. Couldn't fight as hard as I wanted to in that second one.
Hey, what's it like to win your first moto?
Oh my God, it was a great feeling. I mean, the whole last lap, I had a comfortable lead, so it was just going through my mind. I was like, wow, is it really happening? I threw a big fist bump. That was fun.
How was your weekend? That was good. Colorado had some good momentum coming in. Qualified well, 4th in practice. First moto, I was so bummed. I really wanted a whole shot, and I wheelied. I had a great jump, and then I wheelied really bad, and kind of had to let off, so it came out like 4th and 5th. And yeah, I was riding really terrible for the first half of the first moto. Behind Zach, couldn't make a pass. Sherma got me, and then I kind of got swallowed up, and was able to recover halfway through and put on a good charge, and ended up 3rd. Had a pretty cool pass on Zach before the finish line, because I literally I had no idea where to make a pass today, and then that kind of exposed itself like halfway through the moto, and they actually put a marker there I saw for the second moto, so we couldn't do that anymore. But yeah, 3-2 on the day. Led some laps in the second moto, whole shot. We're going in the right direction for sure. I think we can still make a few changes with the bike to make it better, but overall, I'm excited to be going back to Florida, get some heat training in, and just keep grinding.
It was good. Like, I was pretty pissed after practice because I qualified 7th. And then I knew that come time for the motos, the track would firm up a little bit, and we find the groove and get in that flow, and we were able to do that. You know, I think I was like 5th or 6th off the start in Moto 1 and just worked my way forward, and got gifted because Savachi, I think he either went down or something happened to his motorcycle, and was able to get 2nd in Moto 1, and then Moto 2 it was just a battle between Alex and I, and 1-2 off the start, and we battled for like 10-15 minutes, and was able to make a move on him and win the race and get the overall.
You've been up at elevation for a while. Can you tell a big difference nowadays?
Yeah, I noticed a difference up in elevation for sure. Like, there's I knew the guys would be hurting because like I know that I'm pretty gifted with genetics and stuff like that as far as cardio and stuff. So I know that if I start to suffer, the boys got to be suffering. So I knew that being up in elevation, this is high enough to where you're going to feel a difference, and I think it played a factor today.
It was tough. I made it tough for myself. First moto was good. Like, actually, the restart helped me. I got a better start on the second one, and then ran like 9th, 10th for a little bit, and then had a few bad laps. And Lorenzo and Masterpool got by me. Yeah. Ended up 12th the first moto, which was good. I was pumped on that. Second moto, I came in, had a good start, everything, and then first lap, I boogered up in a turn over here in the valley, and Cody Cooper slammed me, which it was totally my fault. He had nowhere to go, and then my rear brake was like bent underneath my bike, so I was trying to get that unbent, and then like, yeah, so had to push my bike to the mechanics area so we could fix that, and I was already a lap down and everything, nothing I could do. So still, didn't quit, stayed out there, did the best I could, get ready for next weekend.
It was okay, 8-8, 8th overall. I felt good, first moto were running good. Obviously we had a red flag, which is kind of, I think, a little premature, especially when we had 5 minutes in practice. We could have used a red flag and we wasted 3 laps, but it is what it is. I'm happy, Colorado's pretty brutal today. Ruts were gnarly. Got a couple things struggling with we need to work on. But overall, it's a good start to the season. Keep plugging. Just trying to get closer to the top 5. So it's where I belong. But still, I'm just happy to show some flashes of brilliance today and being able to run up there for a little while.
I've always had a tough time here. Never really one of my tracks that I've excelled at, but I kind of just put points out there. Went 7-7, not the finish we wanted, especially with the kind of speed I have right now. So just kind of working on a few things and just trying to make the bike better, find a few better setups and stuff like that, and keep moving on to the next weekend and finding some good things.
Very, very good. Best one of the year so far. I think I did quick overall. Starts were pretty much there all day, and track was not as gnarly as normal, which was weird, but I liked it. I had fun. It was a good race. Nice to be up there with the guys.
Hey, these last 2 weeks have been solid. Is that just more time in the class?
Yeah, I think just overall consistency of training, and then more time in the class, being up there, running up front. It's like when I first got a good start last year, and it was like kind of freak out, and then now if I get a good start, kind of like got to remind myself that I belong up there, and it's going great.
Pretty good. So definitely a step in the right direction. Closer to the front guys from when they finish the moto to when I come across the checkered flag. Getting closer. Definitely a lot closer to the first round and closer to the second round. So just keep plugging away. We're just going to keep it steady and try to be in this thing for the long haul, and hopefully capitalize on people's mistakes that they make, and just be the steady Eddie guy and try to be there at the end. But definitely just going to use the off weekend to keep building, and 3-3 on the day is pretty good for the first 2 rounds. What we did, I'll definitely take it.
Today was great. Battling for, and I don't know if you can say battling for the wins, because obviously Eli passes me and then he's kind of gone. Actually, he wasn't that far away, but it was great. Battling for wins, getting good starts, and then 2 second places. I mean, me and my dad, we've been joking around because everything's been going in the right direction. We're like, man, podium this weekend, and that was the goal, and we did. And I think we, not just podium, but leading quite a few laps in the first moto, leading quite a few laps in the second moto, and my fitness is getting a lot better. That makes it a lot more fun because you're not getting just beat to the ground. So I had a great day today.
Hey, this is your first, ever outdoor season on the bike. How have you adapted to it?
We've been putting in a lot of work trying to get it right, and this weekend was the same bike I rode in Glen Helen. So obviously we got a base now at least that I can race, but we can still improve for sure. It's not 100% to where I want it to be at, but all we can do is work super hard. The bike itself is really, really good. We're just mainly working on suspension and just getting that a little bit more dialed, and I feel like as we get that more dialed, it'll give me a little bit more confidence, because I'm just not sending it as much like down the hills, even though I actually feel like I went pretty good just because I knew what the bike was doing. But all in all, it can definitely be a little bit better, but I mean, like I said, we are in a great position, and we're just gonna have to be patient.
It was awesome. It was the first overall in Colorado for the 450 class for us, and just came in here with the mindset that I wanted to get that today, and to do it was great. Felt good in both motos. Had a little bit of craziness in one with the red flag, and then the second moto with Barsha going down on the one hill where everyone crashes, it seems. You know, was able to regroup and get to the front in both, and battle with Ken for a lot of the day. You know, that was good to be there with him, and end up making the pass. You know, somewhere around the 20-minute mark at the end. So it was good.
Cool. Hey, these motos, like all 6 that you've ridden now, they haven't been just start to finish dominating wins. You've had to work for quite a few of them. Does that build your confidence because you know no matter the situation you can get up there?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I would much rather be in the clean air, so I've just been having to work for it. Not getting the whole shot, but being good enough. That being said, my bike's really good. I can, you know, take lines wherever I want to go, and I'm just carving right now, so it's good.